Some people build their entire week around a game. They remember scores, players, rivalries, and moments that happened years ago as if they were personal memories. But then there are people who watch all of that from a distance and feel absolutely nothing. No excitement, no attachment, no emotional pull at all. And if you're one of them, you've probably wondered at least once why it never clicked for you. Why everyone else seems to care so deeply about something that feels completely empty to you. This isn't because you lack passion, curiosity, or emotion. It's because your brain evaluates meaning very differently than most people realize. And once you understand how that works, a lot about your personality will suddenly make sense. People assume sports are about talent, skill, or competition. But that's not what makes people emotionally invested. What really pulls people in is structure, clear rules, constant tension, unpredictable outcomes, and a story that resets again and again. For many brains, this kind of system is incredibly satisfying. It offers drama without responsibility and excitement without risk. But not every mind is impressed by that. Some people instinctively disconnect from experiences where they have no influence over the outcome. Emotional attention is not unlimited. Your brain is selective about what it commits to. When someone becomes obsessed with a team, their mind treats the event as personally relevant. The wins feel rewarding, the losses feel painful. But for people who don't care about sports, that switch never turns on. Their attention system simply does not respond to indirect competition. If your presence doesn't matter, your effort doesn't count, and your choices change nothing, your brain quietly decides it isn't worth emotional investment. Everyone looks for satisfaction, meaning, and engagement. The difference is where they find it. Some people feel alive watching high-stakes moments unfold. Others feel alive when they are creating something, solving a problem, learning deeply, or building something real. One brain seeks stimulation from observation. The other seeks fulfillment through participation. Both are valid. They just don't respond to the same triggers. Sports fandom often provides instant identity. A team becomes a symbol. A shared victory becomes a shared self-image. But some people never needed that external attachment. Their sense of self stays internal, stable, and separate from outcomes they don't control. They don't feel stronger when a team wins, and they don't feel smaller when it loses. Their identity doesn't expand or shrink with a scoreboard, and because of that, sports can feel unnecessary rather than exciting. People who don't follow sports are not less emotional. They are often more selective with their emotions. They invest energy in relationships, ideas, personal goals, creativity, or causes that feel directly connected to their lives. Their empathy is focused closer to home. So when someone asks how you can not care, the honest answer is often simple. You do care, just not about that. For some people, emotional distance didn't start randomly. It started as a form of protection. Maybe competition always felt hostile. Maybe winning and losing carried embarrassment instead of excitement. Maybe the culture around sports felt loud, aggressive, or exclusionary. Over time, the brain learned that detachment was safer than engagement. And once that pattern forms, it stays. That isn't weakness, that is adaptation. Sports provide stories, heroes, rivals, comebacks, and collapse. Some people love experiencing meaning through narrative. Others want meaning where effort actually matters and involvement changes the outcome. They don't reject excitement, they reject randomness. They prefer investing emotion where their presence counts, not where they are only watching someone else's story unfold. So if sports never mattered to you, nothing is missing. Your brain simply refuses to give emotional energy without purpose. Your attention does not attach easily, and your identity does not depend on borrowed victories. You're not disconnected, you're just wired for depth, participation, and control. You're not watching the game, you're living a different one. And if this resonated with you, you'll probably relate to why some people stay quiet in groups, not because they lack thoughts, but because they process everything more deeply than others. That perspective might explain more about how your mind really works.